Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 92. In this video I will be explain new chapter number 5th, States of the Matter. States of the matter. What is a matter? So anything that has mass and occupies space. Anything that has mass and occupies space, it is known as matter. So matter generally exist in the three states: solid, liquid and gaseous state, and these states, the chemical properties of a substance, so properties of the substance remains the same, but rate of a chemical reaction is different. So in this chapter we will focus our discussion mainly on the factors deciding states of the matter, characterizations of the gaseous and liquid state, and law also we have to discuss here. Okay, so in this chapter we will be discuss about factors and then kinetic theories and physical properties. Okay, so first here, states of the matter. So factors governing the states of the matter and the ideal gas equation. So states of the matter. States, there are three states of the matter: solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. Okay, so solid state. A matter in solid state possesses a definite size and definite volume, shape, definite mass. Okay, so it is known as solid state. Example: iron, silver, common salt, it is known as solid. Then liquid state. A matter in liquid state possesses a definite volume, definite mass, but not a definite shape. So volume and mass definite, but not a definite shape. So it acquires the shape of the container in which it is placed. So it has a tendency to flow. Example: water, oil and milk. Then third state is gaseous state. A matter in then gaseous state neither possesses a definite volume nor definite shape, but it has a definite mass. Okay, it acquires the shape and volume of the container. Example: air, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Fourth state is called plasma state. Okay, plasma state, that is means it refers to the superheated gaseous state. What is a plasma state? Superheated gaseous state found at extremely high temperature. Such is example: interiors of the sun or stars, or intense electrical fields as in discharge tubes. So we have to say plasma state. Okay, so superheated gaseous state found at the extremely high temperature. Okay, interior of the sun, stars or intense electrical field like discharge tubes. Fifth state is known as supercooled solid. Supercooled solid, that is means atom lost their separate identity. In fact, they get condensed and behave like a single super atom. So supercooled solid in which lost their separate identity and they get condensed and behave like a single super atom. So generally there are three states: solid, liquid and gaseous, but important other two: fourth state and fifth state. Then next, factors governing the states of the matter. State of the matter is the result of the combining effect of the intermolecular forces and the thermal energy. So we have to understand their role in the deciding the state of the matter. So it is necessary to understand the following terms. So first is intermolecular forces. So intermolecular forces, the attractive or repulsive forces that exist between the interacting particles. Okay, intermolecular forces, the attractive or repulsive forces that exist between the interacting particles are called intermolecular forces. Okay, these are the weak forces, generally affect the physical properties and some chemical properties of the matter. Okay, these forces given first shown by the Dutch scientist Johannes van der Waals 1837 to 1923. So these forces are also known as van der Waals forces. Okay, so intermolecular forces shown by the Dutch scientist Johannes van der Waals. So these forces are known as van der Waals forces. Okay, van der Waals forces explain the deviation of the real gases from the ideal behavior through these forces, which will be discussed later in this chapter. So these forces vary considerably in the magnitude. So different types of the van der Waals forces. DDDIR. Capital first D, dispersion forces, otherwise we have to say London forces. Second D, dipole forces. Third D, dipole induced dipole forces. Ion dipole interaction. Ion dipole interaction. And fifth is repulsive forces. First is dispersion forces, otherwise we have to say London forces. D, dipole forces. Then D, dipole induced dipole, and ion dipole interaction, and R, repulsive forces. So first here discuss dispersion forces or London forces. Dispersion forces or London forces, this is also van der Waals force, but these forces exist in between neutral atom or non-polar molecules, as in them electronic charge. Okay, so cloud is distributed symmetrically and hence have no dipole moment, but a dipole may develop momentarily even in such atoms and molecules. So this temporary or instantaneous or transient dipole distorts the electron clouds of other neighboring atom B and induce a temporary dipole known as instantaneous dipole. Okay, so temporary we have to say, instantaneous we have to say, transient we have to say. So distort the electron cloud of other neighboring atom B. So we induce a temporary dipole, so known as instantaneous dipole. And these temporary dipoles of the both atoms attract each together and exactly in the same way as permanent dipole. Okay, so and the forces of the attraction between them are called the force of the attraction between them are called London forces, and these forces proposed by the German physicist Fritz London. Okay, proposed by the German. So these forces first proposed by the German physicist Fritz London, and these also named as dispersion forces. Okay, so generally we have to say dispersion forces and London forces exist in between neutral atoms, non-polar molecules, and then have no dipole moment, and if dipole moment develops, so developed momentarily even in such molecules. So temporary we have to say, instantaneous we have to say, so distorts the electron cloud of other molecule. So induce a temporary dipole, so we have to say instantaneous dipole, and this is the force of the attraction exactly in the same way as a permanent way. So it is called London forces, first proposed by the German physicist Fritz London. So they is also named as dispersion forces. Okay, these forces always attractive. Dispersion forces are always attractive and work only over very short distance, approximately 500 picometer. Okay, and it is depend upon the 4 points. First is distance between the attracting particles. Okay, and then second one is number of the electrons. Third one is polarizability of the particles, and fourth is molecular structure. Okay, distance between the attracting molecules. So the forces between the interaction varies inversely with the sixth power of the distance between the two interacting particles. So force direct inversely proportional 1 upon R6. Number of the electrons. Larger the number of the electrons, so that is means more distortion. So higher the strength of the force. Okay, polarizability. Polarizability means tendency of the electron and nucleotide to get displaced from their average position. So larger polarizability, that is means this dipole stronger. Then molecular structure, more branch structure, so surface area less. So London force are also less. Okay, next second force is dipole forces. These forces exist between the molecules having permanent dipoles like HCl, NH3, and end of the such dipoles have partial charge represented by the Greek letter delta, and which are always less than unit. So its electronic charge is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay. So dipole forces exist between the molecules have permanent dipoles. Okay, like example HCl, ammonia. So like example HCl, ammonia, and ends of the such dipoles have permanent partial charges. So represented by Greek letter delta. So see, like HCl. So H hydrogen represented by delta plus and Cl delta minus. So more charge density of the towards chlorine. Okay. So these forces arises because of the interaction between opposite charge and positive and one molecule and attract the negative of the another molecule. So dipole interaction between the HCl molecule. So forces depend upon the polarity or dipole moment. So higher the dipole moment, that is means dipole forces be greater. So these forces are first studied by the Keesom. Okay, Keesom. So in 1912, so it is also referred as Keesom or orientation forces. Okay, so in 1912, dipole forces first studied by the Keesom and it is referred as Keesom or orientation forces. Okay, and these forces are stronger than the London forces but weaker ion-ion interaction. Okay, so because of the involvement only here partial charge, so this type of the force decrease with the increase of the distance between the dipoles. Okay, dipole interaction energy between the stationary polar molecules like solid is proportional to the 1 by r cube, and dipole interaction energy between the rotating polar molecule is proportional to 1 by r6. So r is distance between the polar molecule. Okay, so in polar molecule, beside the dipole interaction, London forces also exist. So because of the cumulative effect of these forces and the total intermolecular forces in polar molecule increase. Here, what is the meaning of this? Dipole interaction energy between the stationary polar molecules like solid are not stationary way, so proportional r cube, 1 by r cube. But dipole interaction energy between the rotate molecule, so 1 by r6. Okay, so this is the main difference. So polar molecule beside dipole interaction, London force also exist because of the cumulative effect of these forces. Total intermolecular forces in intermolecular molecules in polar molecules increases. Okay, clear? So total intermolecular forces in polar molecules increase. Then dipole induced dipole forces. Third is, first one is dispersion forces, we have to say London forces. Second one is dipole forces. Third is dipole induced dipole forces. Dipole induced dipole forces. This is the third forces. These forces exist between the polar molecules having permanent dipole and non-polar molecules lacking dipole. So between the polar molecules having permanent dipole and second is non-polar molecules lacking dipole. So one polar and second is non-polar. So this is one you see. Permanent dipole, this is the way. Polar molecule A and B, delta positive and delta negative, and second one is non-polar molecule. So charge end of the polar molecule induced the dipole in the non-polar molecule by the deforming its electron cloud. So both the molecules get attracted by the dipole induced dipole forces. So here you see, this is the permanent dipole, it is a polar molecule, and this is the non-polar molecule. And when permanent dipole polar molecule induced other non-polar molecule, so this is also induced represent dipole. So delta positive and delta negative. So again I say, charge end of the polar molecules induced dipole in the non-polar molecule by deforming its electron cloud, and hence both the molecules get attracted by the dipole induced dipole forces. Clear? Understood? Then in such interaction that exist a cumulative effect of the dispersion forces, and then second one is dipole induced dipole interaction. Okay, so dipole induced dipole forces depend upon the factors. First one is distance between the molecules. In the dipole induced dipole interaction, so interaction energy inversely proportional 1 upon r6, and small r distance between the two molecules. So decrease as the distance between the molecule increase. Okay, second one is dipole moment of the polar molecule. Higher the dipole moment, so more is the strength of the dipole induced dipole interaction. Third is polarizability of non-polar molecule. Higher the polarizability, that is means more is the strength of the attractive forces. So these are three factors that depend dipole induced dipole forces. First is distance between the molecules. So interaction energy inversely proportional 1 upon r6. Then second one, dipole moment of the polar molecule. Higher the dipole moment of the polar molecule, so more strength. Third is polarizability. Polarizability higher, so more is the strength of the attractive forces. Then the ion dipole interaction. Ion dipole interaction. First, dispersion forces. Second, dipole forces. Third is dipole induced dipole forces. Fourth is ion dipole forces. Here you see, this is the ion and dipole to the other. So the force of the attraction between exiting between an ion and cation or anion, like here Na plus cation and here anion, and a dipole is called ion dipole forces. So this is the dipole HOH. So hydrogen electropositive, oxygen electronegative. Okay, so sodium attract oxygen electronegative. So ion dipole, and here an anion attract the electropositive. Okay, so this is the also ion dipole. So the force of the attraction exiting between ion and dipole, it is called ion dipole force, and the strength of these forces depend on the charge and size of the ion, on the magnitude of the dipole moment and size of the polar molecule. Example, sodium chloride is dissolved in water, so it gets split into the Na plus and Cl minus. And these ions get surrounded by the water molecules, which have dipole moments. So due to the hydration of the ion, water molecule act as a dielectric to keep the ion separated, and therefore NaCl dissolved in water. So that's reason. So ion dipole interaction, again I say, the force of the attraction exiting between an ion, cation or anion or dipole is called ion dipole forces. So like example, sodium chloride is dissolved in water. So sodium chloride gets split into the Na plus and Cl minus. So after dissolving, these surrounded by the water molecules. Due to the hydration of the ions, water molecule act as a dielectric way to keep the ion separated. Here oxygen electronegative, hydrogen electropositive. If ion cation, so electronegative ion attract, and if anion, so electropositive ion attract. So this is the dipole create. So this is the ion dipole interaction. Okay, so all the forces, attractive force. Only last remaining is repulsive force. First is dispersion force, the London force. Second is dipole forces. Third is dipole induced dipole forces, and fourth is ion dipole interaction. There are four interaction are attractive forces, but last is remaining repulsive forces. These forces exist between the electron clouds or the nuclei. Electron negative and nuclei is positive. Okay, so two molecules when they are in contact with each other. So magnitude of the such forces increase as the distance between the molecular decrease. Okay, so example, in the solid and liquid, molecules are in the close contact, so result in the increased repulsive interaction. That's why it is hard to compress these substances. Okay, so solid and liquids, the molecules are in the close together, so result in increased repulsive interaction. That's why it is hard to compress these substances. So the force exit between the electron clouds or the nuclei of the two molecules So when they are in the contact with each other, so it is known as repulsive force. So there are 5 types of the forces of the van der Waals force: dispersion forces or London forces, second one dipole forces, third is dipole induced dipole forces, fourth is ion dipole interaction, and fifth is repulsive forces. Okay, next topic I will be explained in the next video. Thank you so much.